Hello and welcome to Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez. I am so excited to tell you about NAWBO's Women's Retreat. I actually ran across it on LinkedIn and I was like, wait, I know Erica Obando. And so I was like, I called her immediately. So she's joining me this morning to talk more about what is this retreat and how can we be a part of it?
Hello, Jacqueline. Thank you for having me. And I'm so glad you came across this information on LinkedIn, right? Uh, it's so, it's so important to share these kind of events and more importantly, what we're trying to accomplish. So NAWBO is the National Association of Women Business Owners, and I am the incoming president. I'm like beyond honored to have this ability to not only represent but help lead this organization. It's built of amazing women business owners in South Florida, and the fact that I get to team up with them to represent them is amazing. And the retreat is going to be the installation of the new board. Myself and along with 11 other women that are going to be on my board to help kind of launch this new year, June 2024 through June 2025, and the retreat will kind of mark the day one of that.
And I wanted her to talk, not only talk about it, but show us. This is something. This is the time of year. It's in the summer. Kids are getting out. We're gonna, need a break already. And I'm like, let's start us off right. And so, Erica, if you can, we're gonna go ahead and look at the website, and it's just to see what we can expect. I mean, even just the pictures, I'm like, oh, I need that right now.
Well, yeah, and I'm glad that you pointed out that because as women business owners, right, or any working woman, we are multitasking at 100 miles an hour. We're taking one hat off to put the other one on, and sometimes we sacrifice our own wellness and our own retreat because we have to go to the next thing and the next thing. And so it was very important to me as the incoming president to create a space. It's a 2-day space where you can feel, selfless about attending to yourself, and you don't have to worry about anything other than to show up. And what we've curated is a Friday and a Saturday worth of events and self-nurturing and self-pampering events and speakers that are going to kind of teach you how to take care of yourself in the midst of that hustle, in the midst of that go, go, go lifestyle. So it starts out on Friday, June 14th, at a woman-owned business, Oceans 234 in Deerfield Beach, with which I absolutely love. Danielle has done an incredible job with that establishment. Actually, she is a mother-daughter team at the restaurant. Owner and her daughter handles the management of events. So we will be starting it off Friday.
I'm smiling because I've been there and the food is excellent. So that was already a check. I was like, just for the dinner, I was like, check, I'm there. Say
Exactly.
no more.
Exactly. So we're doing the installation dinner there, and then we'll transfer over to the Wyndham Deerfield Beach right next door to start our what we're calling NAWBO After Dark. And I won't say too much about that. You're gonna have to find out by attending. But it's going to be a very powerful moment. Pajamas will be involved, but it's a moment for us to connect outside of the networking scenario. It's about connecting with your fellow woman, with your fellow friend, your fellow colleague that you want to create a relationship with. So that's what we're curating for Friday. And we're going to have a special speaker. Again, you're going to have to be there to find out who it is. And then Saturday, we're having everything wellness and wholeness. So we start out with sunrise yoga on the beach with another female yoga instructor that's going to walk you through the process of welcoming the morning. Where if that's not your thing or you don't want to be part of your yoga, then we have breakfast, and we also have um, an agenda full of women that are going to be teaching you acupuncture, how to use and the benefits of Chinese medicine. We have self-defense Roomba boxing. right? I mean, like the list goes on and on. And we have a spa, a 5 element spa will be there to give massages, to talk about also the benefits of incorporating massages in your schedule on a regular basis. I mean, I could go on and on and on.
I do that. I actually do that. I consider that a part of my work life is that I
Yes.
have to schedule that just to get those toxins out of the body, and recognize that as a part of being a business owner. I strongly recommend that wholeheartedly.
Well, it's part of my schedule. At least once a month, I actually do a spa working day. There's a spa here in Fort Lauderdale where you can go get a massage, but you can use the facilities for the rest of the day. And I'll take my laptop and I'll work in a robe and then, put it in my locker, my laptop in my locker, go back for another massage and come back.
Wonderful. Well, we have to talk more on that one. We need to discuss that one a little further in detail.
Well, we
We
need to
need to come back for a show on just that.
Exactly. Listen, it's important. Your wellness is your wealth. And within my personal business, that's what I teach, that you have to curate your wealth, and your wealth is your time and your mental wellness. And if you don't do it, no one's going to do it for you. So it's important for you to, create those pockets where those it's part of your schedule.
So talk a little bit about NAWBO and why this is important to bring these women together, to not only relax, but to get to know each other in a more relaxing setting.
I love that you asked me that. One of the reasons why I even joined NAWBO 2 years ago was because as a woman entrepreneur, a business owner, someone that's starting to like run their own business, you have questions, you have imposter syndrome, you try to walk your way out of this, idea of having your own business. I mean, there's so many things that go, you celebrate, you cry when things get frustrating. So it's so important. I was looking for a community of women that got what I was going through, that I didn't have to explain it. Look, our families are super supportive of us. Our friends are, even our colleagues are supportive, but they don't get it. They don't get it when you're like, listen, I was working, 15 hours or 20 hours because I had to get a proposal out. And most people don't get that. So when I came on and joined NABO, the fact that I can have that conversation from like step 7 because they've been there, done that, right? And not only that, forget about just the conversation, the support, Jacqueline. I mean, I felt like I walked into a family and they embraced me whole. And for you to be part of something like that in South Florida, where we check our egos at the door, and it's more about how can I support you? How can I help you? How can I mentor you? That's extremely important. And not only did I become a member, but again, I've been through the ranks. I am leaving my membership chair position to walk into the presidency role because, again, I wholeheartedly believe in this organization. And I think it's a powerful space to be in if you're a women business owner.
Talk about something, if you can remember a specific, maybe not maybe an aha moment, or just one of the greatest benefits of being a part of NAWBO in the first place.
Oh, that one's easy. And because I talk about it all the time. So when I have 3 businesses. I have been a
Just
internet.
three?
Yeah, just 3, right? And that's because now, my mom business, right? Because being a mother is almost like a business, right? So my
Yeah.
mom, my son's 26. So now I have like a different role with my son. I'm a cheerleader from far. But no, I run 3 businesses. I'm an international speaker. I am an author, and I have my own company, TPE Coaching, and it's for corporate wellness solutions, right? So when I was starting TPE, I remember I was in that space of, do I do this? Do I not do this? Like, am I crazy? Like, who am I? Imposter syndrome. And I had been invited to their Christmas event. And I went, and I think I had just become a member. So I went to the Christmas event, wings down, so to speak, because I was feeling really heavy that day. And Jacqueline, I walked into the party, and the president at that time, Rosalind, I'm going to give her a shout out to her, Rosalind Rice.
Oh
She
yeah.
saw, yeah, you know her?
Well, yeah, she invited me to speak at NAWBO a year or so ago.
So she saw me walking in and didn't ask a word, just embraced. And in very short conversation, she said, whatever it is that you're going through, let's schedule a time to talk about it. But today we celebrate. And don't worry, you're not alone. And Jacqueline, I was like, don't make me cry. My makeup's going to be a mess. But the fact that I didn't even have to say anything and she got it, right? That to me was my aha moment. Like, wow, I'm really in a space where, again, I don't have to explain what I'm going through. She got it, she knew it. And she's been one of my greatest mentors, honestly. I wouldn't have TPE had it not been for a multitude of people that came in and said, Erica, you got this. And now that my business is up and running and successful, I'm like, yes, yes, because they believed in me.
And that's another reason why, and I'm gonna go kind of back to the retreat, is because the importance of understanding that when you're working from corporate, because many of us who now have our own businesses probably worked in corporate or, in some form, started something from a different aspect, right? And we worked our way through it to come to where it is, or it was born out of necessity, one or the other.
Right,
But having people to bounce things off of. That's why a NAWBO or a chamber, even, they're so important because you need that bond. You need somebody else to say, this is what I'm thinking. Does this make sense to you? Because that way, it's almost like having, someone that test group, when you're trying to test out a concept,
right,
and you can kind of test it out without the fear of, people judging you and whatnot. And, or maybe they've made the same mistake and you're like, no, you better not take that aspect. Don't try this company. You also can have sponsors through a program like NAWBO. It's one thing, mentorship is great, but another person, and I'll shout out to him, Jerome Hutchinson Jr. He says, and he is with ICABA World Network, which I'm also a member, that he says sponsorship is better. He says sponsorship has someone call for you and introduce you. And I
I
said,
love
you know
it.
what? I like that. And so I've changed my thought a little process. Mentors are great, but sponsors are even better because sponsors go that step further and say they've vouched for you or vouched for you. And so I think you get that with NAWBO. I've been in that room. I know so many NAWBO members, and that's what you get with NAWBO. You're going to get some talented, extremely brilliant women um, who are also willing to give back. And I think you're going to get that in the room. And this setting alone is just attractive. So talk to me about, opportunities. I know there's, I think, some sponsors. People can sponsor a table. You talk a little bit about some of the things that they can expect in that aspect.
Yeah, and I wanted to make sure that I was clear about this. You don't have to be a member to attend this retreat. Members and guests are welcome. We have different price brackets for, we made it super easy, right? If you want to attend Friday night dinner only, attend Friday night dinner only as a member or as a guest. You want to attend Saturday only, you want to attend both and get a discount for the hotel. We've got it all broken down in that same website that you're at right now, for you to select what it is that you want to do. But again, to reiterate what you said, the camaraderie that you find in these spaces, I've not found it anywhere else. Being able to sit next to someone who all of a sudden, is listening to what maybe a challenge that you have and genuinely wants to help you succeed. So they give you the tools. Nobody's asking for like, hey, let's schedule a call and my fee is this. No, it's like, hey, sister, I've been there. I'm going to help you. This helped me, or this person helped me. And another thing that I want to say, when you join events like these, you should have the mentality that uh, not everything is about developing business. It's about developing relationships, and business flourishes from that. Because a lot of people are like, oh, can I join NAWBO and get business? It's like, not necessarily, because that's not the platform we're creating. However, I take it from my own experience. I have incredible relationships with some of these women where, we have our cell phone numbers and we text each other when we're down and we text each other when we're, up. But then we also text each other when we're like, hey, listen, I have a lead for you. I just met someone that has the need for your business. I'm going to make that soft intro. And that happens more than not. But it's not about that. It's more about the community of women coming together to support you. And then, oh, by the way, because of relationships, this comes about. And when you attend retreats like this, that's where you give way for those relationships to start planting seeds and flourishing.
Yeah, and as my shout out to the Wyndham Deerfield Beach Resort, because that location is just, there's so much to do in that area. So it's just a great location to have an event like this. The beach is beautiful. It's right on the beach.
Right.
You just tiptoe across the street and you're there. And so that alone, and if you're a beach person like myself, or you can just hang out on the balcony, whichever you choose, but at least you're in a location where people are going, thriving, music is playing, it's just a good atmosphere. So kudos to NAWBO and their choice. And I don't know, is there anything more that you want to tell us about in regards to the speakers or anything like that?
Again, the agenda that we've curated are all women business owners, right? And so, and all in the wellness space. So again, it's yoga, it's acupuncture, Chinese medicine, it's let's see, self-defense classes, massage. We have a dear friend of mine who has a company called You Should Read Books Box. And what it is she actually gives back sponsorships to artists based on her membership, I mean, her subscription box. And it's these gift that you send to people with a book, and it's curated with different little knickknacks that are attached to that. It's amazing. And then we have cryotherapy. I don't know if you've tried the
Yeah,
cryo.
no, I haven't.
Oh, they're gonna be there, so you have to be here. So these two women are based out of Fort Lauderdale, and they have the company called Cryo U, and I am a fan. I had not tried it before until I went there, and I did that freeze, the freeze. What's the therapy? It's like 3 minutes. I thought I was gonna survive, but the benefits I felt afterwards, I was like somebody plugged me into the wall. I was like, oh my god, where has this been all my life? And they're going to be there giving samples of some of their treatments,
Mhm.
infrared light treatment, everything. And let me see, I'm hoping I didn't miss anybody.
Well, that's
No,
why they can go to the website. And we've got people, the ticker running across the bottom if you want to, reach out to Erica. I suggest that you go on and don't count your stuff out. Don't say, "Oh, that sounds, too expensive." Go on the site and you're going to be like, "What? I can go to this. I can do this." Um, because they have broken it up so that if whatever events that you'd like to go to, it's something anyone can do. And I love that you can break it up because everyone doesn't have the time to do the whole
or
weekend event.
or
And
the
so,
budget. We understand that as business owners, we understand that we all have different budgets at different times, right? And so we made sure that we had good relationships with our partners so that we can get good pricing, so that we can offer a good rate for the broken up events, right? Friday only, Saturday only, both. So then that way you can attend. Because I didn't, I didn't want anybody to look at it and said, no, that's way beyond. No, you're getting an incredible value for the price that we put up on our website, which is right there.
yeah, exactly. And you will get a chance to meet these ladies in person and get to know new ones. And so I just recommend it just because of my experience with NAWBO. Um, Everyone is just like Erica. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
But I mean, really along those lines, though, everyone I've met is very similar, very welcoming, but also serious about business,
correct.
and providing the services that they have. So I'm looking forward to hearing more about, what's happening or the retreat itself. But check it out. Check it out. Check it out.
And I'll see you there Friday and Saturday, right?
Like I said, I I came across it and I was looking at it for myself to go. This wasn't just like Oh, I just want to promote NAWBO. I was looking for it for myself because I find value in it. And it's great to have a massage. It's great to do acupuncture. It's great to do yoga, but it's even better to do it with a room full of professional women, in my opinion. And to me, you're bringing something together that I would love to have on a weekly basis, or a monthly basis, even something that I think many business owners need. It's like you said, hat, 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 hat. That was my week this week. And so when I saw that, I was like, stop. What is that? Because that's the week I've had. And I was like, oh my goodness, I need this today. Do I really have to wait till the 14th of June? That's what I'm thinking, because I need it today. Because
Oh,
that was the crazy week I had. It was just so bananas this past week. But all good. There were like trials and trials and triumphs, trials and triumphs. I was like,
well,
what?
welcome to women, right? To
Oh
women
my
business.
goodness. I was like, what is happening? So when I saw that women's retreat, I said, stop, let's look into this. When is this one? Maybe I can do this. And then I said, well, Erica Abanda, and I had just seen you at, was it the Broward and Beyond Business Conference, right?
Correct,
And
correct.
so that was just, and then I was like, okay. And I had just seen her card. So it was just like one more thing. I was like, okay, we're calling. We're calling Erica. Let's get her on. Let's talk about what, you guys are doing. And I hope this helps more people consider it.
Thank you
Thank
so
Yeah, yes. Thank you for being on Newsworthy Stories with Jacqueline Jimenez.